And they prayed to Bhagavan Vishnu Prabhu, could you guide us to such a spot? So Vishnu Bhagavan said, surely. I will send Sudarshan Chakra. That is the discuss on his finger. You must follow it. And where it remains hovering, occupied, there it will be one of the holies. So the chakra left the finger of the Lord and traveled, and the sages followed. And it started to encircle this forest. And there they occupied it and called it Naimisharan Kshetra. And all preparations were now made for this Maha Gyan Yagya. Now, learning that a great Gyan Yagya was about to begin, many spiritually inclined and religious personalities gravitated there. Now, one such person was who? Siddhi Sutaji Maharaj. Siddhi Sutaji was a disciple of Ved Vyas. So you could imagine the caliber of person he was, the extent of knowledge that he had. And so devotees, when Siddhi Sutaji Maharaj reached, Saunak rose to go and welcome him, put him to sit down, ceremonially worship and adored him as the godchildren did today. And then he asked him to take the Singhasan, which is the high seat. So Sutaji is on the Singhasan, and the Saunakji, representing the 88,000 rishis, posed the questions to him. So what he asked devotees and what replies were given, let us see as our katha begins. Hari Om Sri Ganeshaya Namaha Saraswatiyai Namaha Guru Charana Kamalibhyo Namo Namam. Ab katha Siddhi Vyasi Maharaju Baj Ekata Naimisharane Rishi Saunakadayaha Prapanchamuniya Sarve Sutang Paurani Kankalu Rishi Ucho Ki Brathina Tapasa Kiva Prapti Banchitang Falang Tat Sarvasrotu Vichamaha Kathasva Mahamune. Saunak asked Sutaji Maharaj, this terrible age of Kali comes by once more. In this age, man will experience tremendous amount of troubles and problems and worries and so on. Do you know, Sutaji Maharaj, anything very short, simple and effective to help man to get away from the problems? To prevent his bad karmas coming to befall him, to prevent him making further bad karmas, to uplift himself both spiritually, materially, and yet still when the time comes to leave this mortal coil, that the Atma can merge into Paramatma. Now devotees, why is this? Because Kali Yuga is the unexpected age where you have to expect anything, anytime. It's the age of impossibilities. What you never expect will happen in Kali Yuga. Just think about it. It is the age of science, technology, and mechanization. Man has started to see inventions yet. The kind of things that will be invented in this world. So much more to come. In this age, devotees of Kali Yuga, it will be a live fast, die fast world. You live fast, you die fast. A person will be 30 years and coming down to 20 years, and he'll be an old person ready to die. There'll be serious famine and starvation, and hunger will overcome populations, right? There'll be a mix-up with dharma in Kali Yuga. And when that mix-up takes place, adharma will come, and devotees, things will go on the ulta se, wrong side in this way. Children will not listen to parents. Nobody will again worship and adore the Guru, the holy ones, and so on. All this thing will happen. All this puja practice that we have here when the time of Kali Yuga really come, this wouldn't be there, right? All this will disappear. You would not have it. The only way out will be to japi Ram Ram, right? So why I'm saying this? We are only in the first part of Kali Yuga. Let's say it's divided into 4 sections. We're in the first part, the first quarter. And this first quarter, we are not dreaming to finish it yet. So think you have solidly 3 quarters and more down the road yet. And look at what is happening. Did anybody ever expect that something you cannot see with his naked eyes? Adolf Hitler tried to control the world and he couldn't do it. But this little unseen enemy, as we call him, this COVID virus, look what it did to the world. It shut down the world. And up till now, it's shut down too. Just think about it. Huh? Nobody ever expected it. It just happened. And this is what we have to prepare in Kali Yuga. So throughout Ramayana, at the end of every volume, Tulsidas says, Re Man Muruk, why don't you address yourself, O foolish mind? Why are you engulfed in the web of materialism? Why you don't get out of it and serve the lotus-like feet of a Lord like Shri Ram? So here devotee Saunak, you see, for the benefit of others is asking that this terrible age, man will experience tremendous trouble and problem. Do you know anything short, simple and effective to help? So Suji replied to him, Hari Om Narayan Paramatamaye Namo Navam. Suji Maharaj bole ki he Saunak, Narade Santishto Bhagwan Kamalapati Surasya Yathai Vahatat Sri Nudvam Samahita. He said, Saunak, one time Narad went by Lord Vishnu, and all these questions you asked me, he asked Lord Vishnu. So this is an incident that did occur. Let me relate it to you. Probably if I should tell you from my mind, it will be my opinion, but this really happened. It was an event that took place. Hari Om Ekada Narado Yogi Para Anugraha Kankshaya. Narad is a yogi who travels through the interterrestrial region. He travels with the speed of thought. That is, if Narad is in one place and he wishes to be somewhere else, he just vanishes from here and appears in the other place. So Narad was traversing the galaxy. Hari Om. How many planets are there? Chaudaha Bhuvan. 14 planetary settings divided into 3 galaxies. We live in the middle one called the Milky Way. So while going through the galaxy, what happened? Pariyat Vidhida Lok Mrityu Lokem Upagata. He decided to pay a visit to this planet Earth. Here is called Mrityu Lok. Analyze it and what it tells you. Mrityu means death and Lok is planet. Once you're born here, you have to die. It's the only one sure thing that there is in the universe. So when Narad appeared on this earth, he saw human beings. He saw God's creation. But us as humans being the highest creature, he was happy at first to behold us. But lo and behold, when he looked at the human, he finds something was not correct. The human was not happy. And the human portrays a make-believe happiness. As I commonly say, we smile but we grind. We force a smile on the face, but inside the heart there are troubles and problems and worries and all these things and so on. Narad is a Mahayogi, and he could have seen within man is not happy. But what happened? Good people, wise people, and selfless people, they always try to help others. Narad decided, why? If we are God's highest creature, Chaurasi lakh yoni of 8,400,000 species, we should be living the best. Why it is that today even you see lower creatures living better than us. I've always drawn that reference. Today it might cost you and pay you off better to born as a pet, you know. If you're born as a good husky dog, the kind of VIP treatment you get in. One fella put the dog in the front seat and the wife in the back seat, you know. Right? He had to build a special air-conditioned room for the dog, you know. Think about it. Huh? And this is here, but away in other countries, the kind of treatment pets get. Some humans could never see that in their whole life. Although we are the highest creature, yet still we cannot get those type of treatment. It might be better to born as one of them. So Narad saw that and he started to investigate what causing it. And listen what he saw. Hari Om Tato Dritva Jana Sarve Nana Kaleshu Manvitat Nana Yoni Se Utpana Kishmate Hari Om Kishmana Nasva Karmabhi. What he saw that, devotees, due to past karmas. Karmas, we are the creators of our destiny. How you make your bed, so you will lie. What you plant, that is what you're going to reap. Karmas don't go unnoticed. Bhagavad tells you if you take 1 trillion years, you have to come back and pay for your karma. So what happened? In previous births, we have these bad karmas heap up. because the mountain of the karmas is so tall we can't finish rip it out. So when we come here, we get a chance to come here, we bring it with us. Now what happened? You bring it, you're supposed to rip it out, put a full stop. But Narad saw when we come, we bring the big bundle of karmas. When we come here, we go and make more. We make more sometimes than what we bring. And what you bring adds up to what you make. And who helps you to carry it? I can't carry yours and you can't carry mine. Man is the creator of his destiny. Narad saw that. Right? This karma is really causing it. But you know, saintly people, they feel hurt, they feel sorry inside when you see others suffering. If you can't experience the pangs of suffering when seeing another in that state, then you're lacking a saintly quality. That is a saintly quality. So what happened, devotees? Narad started to think, what can I do to help the people? Hari Om, Kenupaye Chaite Shang, Dukanashu Bhavedruam, Iti Sanchita Manasa Vishnu Loke Mekatastada. He couldn't come upon a solution. He made a decision. Why don't I go to the Lord? Bhagwan Vishnu is the master of the universe. He must have something to help the people. So with the speed of thought, he vanished from earth and he appeared in Vaikuntham. What a beautiful description of Vaikuntham. And let me draw back again this reference to you. This picture on the wall is what Narad devotees encountered when he reached there, behind the speaker box. What he saw there, Hariyam, Tatra Narayan Deve Shukul Varam Chaturbhujam, Sanka Chakragada Pajban Mahala Vibhushitam. He saw Bhagwan Vishnu. The Lord was of a fair complexion and relaxing on the eternal serpent Shesha. He had 4 hands. In one the Sang, the other the Chak, the third the Gada, the fourth the lotus flower. A beautiful mala made of the wild sylvan flowers, Vaijantiki mala, garlanded the Lord. Mahalakshmi was massaging his feet, and all the devatas surrounded the Lord, and they were praising him. So Narad devotees joined that congregation and led them off in prayer. Hari Om Narad Ji Bole, He Prabhu, Namo ko barbara sari tarupaya nanta shaktiye adhimantya hinay nirgunay gunatmane sarvesham adi bhutai bhaktara martinashine srutva stotrang tato Vishnu naradang pratabhashyata Sri Vishnu Bhagavan ki jai. Narad said, Prabhu, you are antarayami. You have no beginning, no middle, no end. The Vedas cannot qualify you. Saraswati Devi failed. Shesha with 1,000 tongues fail. Who can really say that this is the end of your greatness? No, you have no end of your greatness. But Prabhu, you are Dayake Sagar. The word Daya means mercy, Sagar is ocean. Kripa is mercy too, Sagar is ocean. You are the ocean of mercy. When your devotee is in real trouble and he calls upon you with that implicit faith and belief, you respond. Devotees, we really don't put our faith in Bhagwan, you know. We just pray, and when you're done pray, you say, I wonder God hear me. You pray, and when you're done pray, you say, wonder God hear you. Then where is the faith? There is no faith, right? When you pray, you have to pray with the conviction, Bhagwan will help you. You see, just as how the conviction had to be, like the elephant went to drink water in the lake. He didn't realize there had a crocodile there. Now he's the king of elephants, you know, so he's proud and so on there, you know, they have a following behind him. But when he got in the water, and he stepped in the water, and the crocodile grabbed his front leg. And all what he tried to save himself, he could not. The crocodile was stronger in the water. And when he realized his life will go, he had to conquer his ego at that time. He raised his trunk, plucked a lotus flower, and what he said, He Govinda Rakho Sharana Ab to Jivan Hara. He Govinda Rakho Sharana Ab to Jivan Hara. Prabhu, I have no other choice. My life is about to go. Prabhu, please save me, please save me. You know what Vishnu Bhagwan said? Garur, hustle up fast, let's go there, my devotee is in trouble. And the Lord appeared, severed the head of the crocodile, saving Gajin the elephant. That implicit faith and belief we got to portray it, or else we will not get it, devotees. He says, Prabhu, when your devotee is in real problem and they call upon you with that faith, and the faith had to be, you see, the mantra tells us, Mukang karoti vachalam pangulang hyate girim yat kripatamaham vande paramananda madhavam. What it says, that your faith and belief had to be as such, that by your grace, O Lord, a dumb person will start to talk, and a lame person will get up and run up a mountain. Right? This is how it had to be. You see, one time in Ramayana, when Tulsidas gained his powers, people hear Tulsidas change a girl to a boy. They hear Tulsidas bring back the dead to life. All these things happening. A merchant, a Kshatriya met him, a soldier. And when he saw him, he said, you are Tulsidas? He said, yes. He said, you see Shri Ram? He said, yes. He said, can you make me see him? He said, boy, you had to have plenty faith, you know. He said, I have the faith. He said, okay, you're a brave man, you're a soldier. Give me a sword. So Tulsi took the sword, planted the handle in the ground right below a branch. And he tell the soldier, he said, you go up there and say, Jai Shri Ram, and jump on the point of the sword and you're going to see him. So the soldier went up. Tulsi said, don't be afraid, have the faith, man. Jai Shri Ram. But as he go to jump, the little fraction of doubt come in and he hold the branch. Tulsi Das said, no. Put aside all your fear. Take my word for it. You just say Jai Shri Ram and jump. Right? So, but every time he tried it, the doubt started to mount. And he holded the branch tighter. So Tulsi left him and he gone. So a Banya was passing, who is a merchant. And he had just sold his goods, you know, and he got a good price that day. So he's happy and whistling coming up the road. But when he reached, he heard Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram. So when he watched up, he seen the soldier and the tree. He said, what you doing up there? He said, Tulsi Das tell me if I say Jai Shri Ram and jump on the tip of the sword, I'm going to see him. He said, who tell you that? Tulsi Das. So the Banya started to think, Tulsi Das just raised the dead. Tulsi Das changed her girl by the name of Ram. He said, come down. Come down. He said, look, you take all this money that I sell today and go and help yourself. Go ahead, fix up. So the merchant took the wealth and he gone. Without a second thought, the merchant went up on the tree. Jai Shri Ram! And as he go to jump on the tip of the sword, Vishnu Bhagavan had to tell Garur, hustle fast. Look, my chela here going to jump on the tip of the sword. Bhagavan appear and save him. Do we have that kind of faith? Just think about it if we really have that kind of faith. Let me tell you how the faith is lack. We come in temple tonight. So we say, Hanuman Baba, you take care of the home. Right? I go in the mandir. But we come in the mandir and say, I wonder if everything go to home. Tell me if that will happen. I wonder if you leave Hanuman Baba in charge, but you're still worrying. Because we lack the faith. You got to have that conviction. So devotees, when Narad praised the Lord, Bhagavan was pleased with his words and replied to him. Siddhi Bhagavan ubach Narad ki martamagatva sitvankite manasavarte ko kathasva mahamune o matat sarva kathayamite. He said, Narad, you seem bothered. Something is on your mind. You are sadhu. You go through the universe and when you have trouble and problem, you try to solve it, you know. What you encounter this time? What bring you here? Narad said, Prabhu, Hariyam mrityu loke jana sarve nana kaleshu manvitat nana yoni se utpana panchate pap karma bhi tap katang shame nat laghupayin taddaha. He said, Prabhu, I was traversing the galaxy. I paid a visit to your planet Earth. And when I reached there, I saw your highest creature, the human. But lo and behold, the humans are happy. They are your highest creature, bare bhagya manusha tanupava, but they're not happy. And when I investigated what I found out, they have so much of bad karma, some thousands of birth. No matter how they try, they can't finish burn it out. Right? And what happened, Lord? You give them this human body. But when they come, they bring it. You see, that's why devotees, especially in Kali Yuga, we don't know what bad karmas we did in previous birth. We always do good and we do bad. We do it consciously and unconsciously, but it's karma. And that's why none of us knows what could befall us tomorrow. We don't know. When you see something happen to somebody, you can't put your head on a block and say, you see that? That'll never happen to me. We don't know. You pray, you hope, you wish for the best. Right? And in the same like manner, you see a good person suffering. And when you chart that person's life, you can't tell any wrong the person did. Then that person to the root, God, your fear, you know, was our karma from previous birth. If you don't pay for it here, you have to reborn again. And you look at the wicked person who does all the torturing and so on, and he living good. Do you feel he gets away? No, you have to return to pay for it. You must return. So devotee said, Prabhu, I tried to help. I couldn't find a solution. I come to you. You are the all-merciful Lord. Lord, tell me something. Help them, please. I am begging of you. Hearing these words, Vishnu Bhagavan said, Sadvishtvang vayavat sa tatsa haryam lokanugraha kankshaya yet kritva muchyate musya kuvadamite. He said, Narad, you are sadhu. Sadhu is a saint, a selfless person. Right? And you have come here for the welfare of others. And because of that, I will tell you of a great secret that I have that can help the human. Bhagavan said to him, you know, it's a great secret. And what is it? Bratasmin mahapunyang swarga mrityu sedulabham. There is a breath in the heavenly sphere, swarge. But should it be practiced on earth, man will get quick relief from his trouble. Tabasaneha vatsa prakasha kriyate dhuna Sri Satyanarayan swayang bratang samyako bidhanata. It is called Sri Satyanarayan Brat Katha and should be observed as prescribed. Kritva sadya sukang bhutva parat moksha anuyat. Very quickly by the performance of it, happiness will follow your life, leading you a line of pathway of progression that when the time comes to leave here, they could also achieve oneness with the Lord. So hearing this, devotees, Narad felt it was sounding good for us humans. Taj kritva ko Bhagwan Bhakyam Narad ko muni pratitata Narad Jivbach, He Prabhu, ki phalang ke bidhanang cha krite kai nitad brata. He said, Prabhu, could you give me full details of this puja that you are talking about? Bhagwan Vishnu from his own lips said to him, Narad, let me tell you the great benefits of this puja first. Tat sarva ko haryom ko vistarada ko haryom burhi ko kadakai ki ko tat bratam Sri Bhagwan ubach duka shokadi shamnang dhanya dhanya ko pravardhanam. Narad, anybody who does this puja as prescribed, Dukh, his troubles will go away. Shok, his mental stress or worries will disappear. Dhan, his material wealth will come into your life to live here comfortably. Pravardhanam, as you live, you're going to have progress in your life. Saubhagya santikarang sarvat vijaya pradam. A couple who is not blessed to have offspring, children, by the mercy of Lord Satyanarayan, they will beget offspring. It will cause your third eye to open that the light of knowledge will dawn, dispelling the darkness of ignorance. Control will come over the senses of perception and the organs of action. And you yourself will begin to live now a different life. A more virtuous life in this way, preventing bad karmas. Hari Om. Yasmin kasmin de bhakti ko Hari Om. Bhakti sraddha ko sanvitat. He said, any day you could do this puja. Right? Once there's love in the heart. The best time prescribed is the evening going into the night, sayankal say, if you could help it. Hari Om. But devotees, you see what happens. Although any day you could do this puja, added merits come on the full moon night. When this puja is done on the full moon night, it's spread through the whole community, the blessings of it. Right? Favorable days too are like the Ekadasi, the Dwadashi, the Amawas. But any day, once there's love in your heart, you can perform this puja. Hari Om. Narayan Satyanarayan Devi Yirchaiva Nishamuke Brahmano Bandeshwang Saitang Dharma Tatpare. You must worship all your devatas and them first, and then Shri Satyanarayan Bhagavan. Your Pradhan Devata must be higher than the others. right? Invite friends, relatives, neighbors, and so on, holy brahmanas, to come and join with you in this puja with love and devotion in your heart. Hari Om Naivedyam Bhakti Dodata Samparang Bachvutpamam. Everything must be with love. The key in prayers is love. You know, I always tell the judgeman, puja don't start when the Pundit reach by your house, you know. Puja does start when you put the date. Mentally, you must be focusing on it. Right? Coming up to the prayers, physical preparation, organization, fasting preparation, all that is a major part of it. How early in the morning you get up making your prasad and preparing everything is a major part of it. It really climaxes and concludes by the Bedi when the Pundit reach. But the key in it is love. Don't do like the fella, you know, the fella had a press coming up. He say, boy, pressure, boy, I have a press coming up. The prayers come up pressure, right? Prayers mustn't be a pressure. You have to be with love. But a good Hindu is a good organizer. So you don't wait when the Pundit reach, you know, running to make the Bedi. Oh, boy, you forget to cut his handy, you know. No, no, no. You have to plan and organize properly. That is the nitya of a Hindu. Hari Om Bhagavana Vatsalam Ramba Palankritang Chirang Goduma Shukarmaham Abhave Sharika Churan Me Shakra Me Gudastatahai. You must have the Ramba Palam is bananas, Chirang is milk, Gritang is ghee, that he is dahi. All the necessaries that you use in puja. But the favorite dish is the panjiri. The ground rice patch, when the schoolyard of sugar, you flavor it with a black pepper. Hari Om Sampadang Sarve Shamani Chaini Kritya Nivedita. Preparing it with love, you offer it with love. Look at in puja how much preparation you make to make all the prasad to offer. And when you're done, what has happened? You just turn back and eat all. Ain't it? What God really wants then from it is the love. That's why Krishna Bhagavan says, Patram pushpam phalam jalamarpanam tvameva bhaktya. Offer to me a flower, fruit, a leaf, or just a drop of water with the purest of love. I will accept that without hesitation. Viprai dakshina data khatang surtunuhan janai saha. If there are brahmanas, they should be worshipped. Dakshina should be given to them. This is mentioned in the scripture here. And one should listen to the katha as I am reading it. Hari Om Tataksha Bandhu Bisadvi Prakshi Pratibhojayet. It is mentioned that after receiving prasad, meals should be prepared and the people invited should be fed. Any yajna you have, and if it does not have food, it is considered incomplete and tamasic. This katha specifically mentions food, right? And that's why you will notice anything in Hinduism, you always have food. The greatest gift you could give is the gift of food, anadan. All right? But we have certain measures in place because of the COVID-19 restrictions. So you might find it varied a bit tonight, you know, unlike the other occasions that we have had. Because we have to observe the social distancing and all the health issues pertaining to it. But food is important. Feed the people. Hare namo namam govindaye namo namam prasadang brakshara nitya gitarang charit tataksha se griha gache Satyanarayan samaran hai. Now it tells you when puja finish, you must stay in a devotional mood. You know? If you have bhajans, kirtan, you stay in that. Put on nice little CDs and listen. You stay in that devotional mood then. It's not the issue where you switch off and you say, well, okay, God, until next time, same time, same station. No, 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 no. Right? You build up for the puja. You have to break down back then. And that's why the fasting is not. Do you know a Hindu day starts at sunrise and it finishes the sunrise the next morning? Not from 12 midnight or from 6 o'clock in the morning. From sunrise to sunrise. That's a Hindu day. Who can make it is great. If you can't, well, you have to work with the situation. And it tells us here, a special devotee's advice is given to people who come to the puja, invitees. Be it in the mandir, be it at somebody's home, the moment you reach there, you should be a disciplined person. Right? You should be very disciplined. It's not a place to go and talk and disturb the puja. You get cursed. You get strapped. One of the worst things to do in a holy environment is to sit down and speak another person. Ninda kare. You know what Bhagwan advised? He said, from the time you reach, you start to chant in your mind, Satyanarayan, 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 until you reach back home. Do you know if you apply yourself in that manner, you even get more benefits than even the Shrota who went through all the process of organizing? Think about it. You can get the same added merits accrue out of this puja. He Narad Om Evam Krite Manushanang Bangsha Siddhi Bhavedruam. Vishnu Bhagwan said, Narad, what be the desire of that devotee? I will fulfill it personally. For Narad, Hari Om Vishesh Kal Yug mein Laghupai Ista Bhuta Lehai. In Kal Yug, on this planet Earth, there isn't anything shorter and no more effective than this Satyanarayan Katha. That's why I'm telling you, this is considered to be the greatest thing on earth, this Satyanarayan Katha. Right? When our forefathers came, the first opportunity they had is to do it. Remember, most of our forefathers came from Uttar Pradesh. In Uttar Pradesh, the custom was to do this full moon Katha there. So when they got the opportunity here, they started to do it on the full moon night. And that developed into the little kutia. And from the kutia, it brought the community together. And them same little kutias today have elevated to the beautiful mandirs that we have. This is where it started, right? It's a community worship. He said it's the greatest thing on this earth. Devotees' testimony is given in the other chapters. Satyanarayan Brahman was a poor beggar. He lived the holy life. Bhagwan Vishnu, now remember, he had to introduce the Katha on earth. So he chose Satyanarayan Brahman, blessed him with the knowledge of it, and Satyanarayan first did this puja. The day Satyanarayan did this puja, he tell Lakrihara that was the end of his begging career. He never had to beg. Katha must make you progress. As Hindus, you must progress in life. This is meant for it to allow progression. He used to do the puja every month on the full moon. The woodcutter stopped in one day, and he himself, on advice from Satyanarayan, learned about it. He sold his bundle of wood and came back. Satyanarayan did it. Sadhu Banya could not have children. The king was doing the puja on the river bank. He anchored his boat, come out and inquired. The king tell him, he says, merchant, anything you want, this Katha will provide it. He said, no, I have everything but no children. He said, take some of this parasad and carry it home and give your wife. And after 9 calendar months or 10 lunar months, she was able to bring forth a beautiful girl child called Kalavati. Right? He wagered with the Lord and he lied and so on. He suffered for it. But in the end, he vowed to always speak the truth. One king refused the prasad. He found he was too big, to accept the prasad from the tribal people, the Gwal and the Gopis. He suffered a lot. He had to go back and meet them to perform back this puja. Right? This puja, devotees in holy environments, you see the seaside is a blessed place to keep it. The river bank is a blessed place to keep it. All these places and so on. But what has happened? They tell you in Kal Yuga, all those Tirathasthan which are outside, they'll be contaminated and you will not be able to do prayers there again. You cannot go on the river bank and do prayers because it's scattered all over with fowl feathers. How are you going to puja? How are you going to puja there? Think about it. If the Northeast Regional Council does not get the help of the Regional Council in Sant Grande to clean up the beach for Kartik, we might be able to keep puja on the beach for Kartik. The condition, it will be up there with people desecrating it and all these things. These are religious places. So in Kal Yuga devotees, there isn't anything shorter nor greater than this Satyanarayan Katha. I tell you, his dad, the late Mr. Henry Babulal, he knew the value of this Katha and he used to do it on a monthly basis also. I fully remember that. I attended it sometimes too. So may Bhagwan blessings be with you and the family, all members of this temple and all devotees who have joined with us as on our Facebook page streaming live by members of the youth group. Hari Om iti Siddhi Skanda Purane Reva Khande Hari Om Sri Reva Khande Satyanarayan Kathayang Prathamo Adhyaya Samapti. Bolo Shri Satyanarayan Swami Ki Jai. प्रेम से बोलिए श्री सत्यनारायण स्वामी की जय. Bhagwan's blessings to all. So the devotees, we are now back on stream in the mandir with our activities, which are our regular activities. Our Thursday night satsang, Bhagavad satsang continues. Our monthly katha will now continue, but it have other issues that we had to make a decision and forego because of the restrictions that we still adhere to due to the COVID-19. For instance, our annual yajna, we have to call it off. Because you all know whenever this temple has a yajna, it is always filled to capacity. And here we have to social distance. So it will be difficult to refuse devotees coming in at that time. Okay? Our Ram Leela for this year will also, the mission is aborted, because again, you have a lot of close contact with children, players, and all of these. We have to forego it. The family day, which normally is organized by the mandir, as you will see on your schedule, we have to forego that also. And the annual Tirat, which all of us look forward to, we will also have to forego same. Probably looking at next year, if for any reason, and things come better, that we will be back on stream once more. But all these major activities, we will have to hold back. Okay? So devotees, tonight is Purnima, full moon. Full moon will finish at 12:44 a.m. tonight, and the new month of Shravan is going to start. Now the month of Shravan is a most auspicious month in the Hindu calendar. And especially for devotees who are, again, ardent worshippers of Shankar Bhagavan, the Mondays in the month of Shravan is specifically auspicious. So the Mondays in Shravan will be the 6th, the 13th, the 20th, the 27th, and the 3rd of August. These are the Mondays in Shravan month. All right? Which many devotees, they observe fasting on these days and so on, and offer their sincere worship to Shankar Bhagavan. So Shravan month is one of the most auspicious months in the Hindu calendar. We will have in the month of Shravan, Raksha Bandhan on that month, right? The Pundits normally have their ceremony at the beach. I don't know if that will be on for this year, but all these major activities where you have close contact, they have to be on hold then in this way. So check your schedule. Regular satsang take place. Let the others know the temple is open. We have social distancing in the mandir. They are free to come out and join. It is advised that you wear your mask for safety precaution. When you come to the mandir, if you follow the sign, you bypass the front door, go down to the back, sanitize, wash hands and so on, and come through the back. When you leave, you'll go through here. Arti will not be, to come up and do arti for everybody, we're not allowing it. The arti will be put down there. You take your arti, your prasad and so on, your meals, and then you leave. Even though we cannot allow loitering around the mandir, assembling and so on in groups and so on. Right? So we are still thankful that mandir is open and we can go on with our activities. How many bhaktas and devotees waited for this moment? Right? So, Bolo Shri Satyanarayan Swami Ki Jai, Guru Ramananda Swami Ki Jai, Siddhi Vyasri Maharaj Ki Jai. I pass you over to the group whilst we have Havan at this time.
मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ, तुम हो बड़े बलवान प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो। मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ, तुम हो बड़े बलवान प्रभु जी मेरी लाज रखो। मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैंने सुनाई तुमने यहाँ पे लाखों से दुख टाले, मेरा दुख भी तल तो जनो सजनो चक्र सुदर्शन वाले। मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ, मुझ पे धरो कुछ ध्यान प्रभु जी मेरी लाज रखो। मैं एक नन्हा सा, तुम हो दयालु अपने समझ के मैंने आज पुकारा, मुझे निर्बल से हाथ पकड़ लो, दे दो नाथ सहारा। मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा, मैं भी तुम्हारी संतान प्रभु जी मेरी लाज रखो। मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैं आया हूँ आज तुम्हारी द्वार पे आस लगाए, ऐसा कोई जतन करो प्रभु सच तो आज लाए। मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ, बिगड़ी बना दो भगवान प्रभु जी मेरी लाज रखो। मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ, तुम हो बड़ी बलवान प्रभु जी मेरी लाज रखो। प्रभु जी मेरी लाज रखो, 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 प्रभु जी मेरी लाज रखो। नमः शिवाय शांताय बम भोला बाबा, नमः शिवाय शांताय बम भोला बाबा, 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 बम भोला बाबा। नमः शिवाय शांताय बम भोला बाबा, नमः शिवाय शांताय बम भोला बाबा। राम ही रामा भद्राय बम भोला बाबा, राम ही रामा भद्राय बम भोला बाबा। नमः शिवाय शांताय बम भोला बाबा नमः शिवाय शांताय बम भोला बाबा। हे त्रिपुरारी हे दुखहारी बम भोला बाबा। हे त्रिपुरारी हे दुखहारी बम भोला बाबा। नमः शिवाय शांताय बम भोला बाबा। नमः शिवाय शांताय बम भोला बाबा। भोला बाबा बम भोला बाबा बम भोला बाबा। भोला बाबा बम भोला बाबा बम भोला बाबा। नमः शिवाय शांताय बम भोला बाबा। नमः शिवाय शांताय बम भोला बाबा। नमः शिवाय शांताय बम भोला बाबा। बम भोला बाबा बम भोला बाबा।
उमापति महादेव की जय। Put any back there. Stand up, please. Let us stand, please. We join in Purnahuti and Arti. When I say Swaha, you'll offer this and then water 3 times. Hari Om Puranamada Puranamidam Puranata Puranamudachyate Puranasya Purnamadai Puranameva Vashishtate Swaha. Sarvapapharang divyam gangyang nirmalang jalang achmanyang pratigrihitam achmanyang samarapyami achmanyam. We join and glorify Bhagavan, glorifying Bhagavan, Sri Satyanarayan. Om yani kani chapapani janam Tani tani vinashanti pradakshina padhe padhe lipanam. He Satyanarayan Swami hamare dukh haro bera par karo Prabhu ji bera par karo.
हे सत्यनारायण स्वामी हमरे दुख हरो बेड़ा पार करो प्रभु जी बेड़ा पार करो।
तुमको देव
दया के सागर अब उद्धार करो बेड़ा पार करो प्रभु जी बेड़ा पार करो। हे सत्यनारायण स्वामी हमरे दुख हरो बेड़ा पार करो प्रभु जी बेड़ा पार करो।
अजर अमर अविचर अविनाशी
घट घट के वासी प्रभु जी घट घट के वासी।
जन्म
जन्म से तुम्हारे दर्श की अखियाँ है प्यासी प्रभु जी अखियाँ है प्यासी।
सत्य सनातन परम ब्रह्म पर हम पर कृपा करो बेड़ा पार करो प्रभु जी बेड़ा पार करो। हे सत्यनारायण
स्वामी हमरे दुख हरो बेड़ा पार करो प्रभु जी बेड़ा पार करो।
सतानंद
ब्राह्मण के प्रभु जी तुमने कष्ट हरे प्रभु जी तुमने कष्ट हरे। लकड़ी हारा भिल के तुमने कारज सिद्ध करे। प्रभु जी कारज सिद्ध करे। है तूफान में जीवन नैया तरफत ध्यान धरो। तेरा पार करो प्रभु जी तेरा पार करो। हे सत्यनारायण स्वामी अमरे दुख हरो। तेरा पार करो प्रभु जी तेरा पार करो।
साधु वैश्य के
बंधन काटे
सुख संपत्ति दीनी।
प्रभु जी सुख संपत्ति दीनी।
उल्का
मुख राजा पर तुमने कारज सिद्ध करे। प्रभु जी कारज सिद्ध करे।
बुरे
भले हम तुम्हारे स्वामी बिना अति ध्यान धरो। तेरा पार करो प्रभु जी तेरा पार करो।
हे सत्यनारायण
स्वामी हमरे दुख हरो। तेरा पार करो प्रभु जी तेरा पार करो।
जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे।
भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर
करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
जो ध्यावे पल पावे दुख बिन से मन का।
स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का।
सुख संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे। कष्ट मिटे तन का। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। मात पिता तुम मेरे शरण कहो किसकी। स्वामी शरण कहो किसकी। तुम बिन और न दूजा प्रभु बिन और न दूजा। आश करो जिसकी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
तुम पूरन
परमात्मा तुम अंतर्यामी। स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी।
पार ब्रह्म
परमेश्वर पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी।
ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
बोलो श्री सत्यनारायण स्वामी की जय। Let us join our hands as we surrender. We chant our universal prayer. Tvameva mata cha pita
tvameva tvameva vando cha sakha tvameva tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Om Shanti 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 Hari Hari Om।
प्रेम से बोलिए श्री सत्यनारायण स्वामी की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय। गुरु रामानंद स्वामी की जय। बोलो श्री व्यास जी महाराज की जय। प्रेम से बोलिए श्री आदि शक्ति जगदम्बे माता की जय। श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। सर्वदेवी सर्वदेवता की जय। साधु गुरु के दंडवत जय 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 सीताराम। आपकी आसन लीजिए। काइंडली टेक योर सीट्स।